Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our global TV deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
Tonight we will pray Psalms 35. Plead my cause, O Lord, with them that strive with me. Fight against those who fight against me. Take hold of shield and bucklers and stand up for mine help. Draw out also the spear and stop the way against them that persecute me. Say unto my soul, I am thy salvation. Let them be confounded and put to shame that seek after my soul. Let them be turned back and brought to confusion that devise my hurt. Let them be like as chaff rather before the wind, and let the angel of the Lord chase them. Let their ways be dark and slippery, and let the angel of the Lord persecute them. For without a cause they have hid for me their net in a pit, which without cause they have digged for my soul. Let destruction come upon him at unaware, and let his net that he had hid catch himself. Into that very destruction let him fall. And my soul shall be joyful in the Lord. It shall rejoice in his salvation. All my bones shall say, Lord, who is like unto thee, which delivereth the poor from him that is too strong for him, yea, the poor and the needy from him that spoileth him. False witnesses did rise up. They laid to my charge things that I knew not. They rewarded me evil for good to the spoiling of my soul. But as for me, when they were sick, my clothing was sackcloth. I humbled my soul with fasting, and my prayer returned to my own bosom. I behaved myself as though he had been my friend or brother. I bowed down heavily as one that mourned for his mother. But in mine adversary they rejoice and gather themselves together. Yea, the object gather themselves together against me, and I knew it not. They did tear me and cease not. With hypocritical mockers and feasts, in feasts rather, they gnashed upon me with their teeth. Lord, how long wilt thou look on? Rescue my soul from their destruction, my darling from the lion. I will give thee thanks in the great congregation. I will praise thee among much people. Let not them that are mine enemy wrongfully rejoice over me, neither let them wink with the eye that hate me without a cause. For they speak not peace, but they devise deceitful matters against them that are quiet in the land. Yea, they open their mouth wide against me and say, Aha, aha, our eyes had seen it. This thou hast seen, O Lord. Keep not silence, O Lord. Be not far from me. Stir up thy soul and awake to thy judgment, even unto my cause, my God and my Lord. Judge me, O Lord, my God, according to thy righteousness, and let them not rejoice over me. Let them not say in their heart, Ah, so would we have it. Let them not say, We have swallowed him up. Let them be shamed and brought to confusion together that rejoice at mine hurt. Let them be clothed with shame and dishonor that magnify themselves against me. Let them shout for joy and be glad that favor my righteous cause. Yea, let them say continually, Let the Lord be magnified, which hath pleasure in the prosperity of his servant. And my tongue shall speak of thy righteousness and of thy praise all the day long. To my community of part and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls, Good evening and welcome. Tomorrow is the day when Jamaica will show their disapproval, their disgust, their fed upness, their intolerance to the most corrupt regime that the people of Jamaica has ever graced in our lifetime.
10 years, you say. 10 long years and look how Jamaica stay. No light, no road, no food pan we plate. People are suffer while Andrew live great. Hey, hey. You stand up on the platform, smile wide and proud. I tell we about prosperity, but we can't see it all now. Ha! Hurricane come through and left the people bare. 6 months later, them still out there, asleep under the air. Your JLP friends them build high rise, road still full of hope. A house pocket to a field, while the nation lose its soul. Hospital overflow, picnic can't get bed. School roof a leak, but you and Juliet well fed. You always have excuse, always pass the blame. Every time something wrong, it never go in your name. Jamaica a drown and you claim you unclean. Biggest actor in the politics we ever see. Holness, time to go. Time to go. The people. We say no. 10 years and we can't take no more. You know you're us. We are not on the door. Holness, time to go. Time to go. From Kingston to Level, the people say so. We tired, we hungry, we done with the show. Holness, time to go. Farmer can't afford to plant, food price reach the sky. You're bringing the poverty while your own people cry. We born ya, we grow ya, we bleed for this land. But Andrew at the top won't extend the man. You talk about vision, you talk about plan. But 10 years later, we still can't understand. Corruption report London, nobody charge. The people pocket small, but the scandal them large. Who's crack up parish council, bro? Country suffocate, done and it just more. And when we raise revise the call, we political. But the truth is the truth, and the truth is biblical.
Police, time to go.
Time to go. The people,
Yes and no.
we say no. 10 years and we can't take no more, you know hear us. We are not on the door.
Police, time to go.
Time to go. From Kingston to Negril, the people say so. We tired, we hungry, we done with the show. Holness, our time to go. We no want no hype, we no want no speech. We want action, no, not the lies you preach. Hurricane victims still under tarpaulin. Prime Minister fly gone foreign. Your JLP cabinet full, but the people covered empty. Oh, you live so large when we live in so scanty. Not with fists, not with fire, but with voice them rising higher and higher. From every parish, every yard, every gate, Jamaica speaking, and I'm not too late.
Police, time to go.
Time to go. The people,
Yes and no.
we say no. 10 years and we can't take no more, you know hear us. We are not on the door.
Police, time to go.
Time to go. From Kingston to Negril, the people say so. We tired, we hungry, we done with the show. Holness, our time to go. This one is for every Jamaican. What can't afford feet? We are sleep on cardboard. We are drive on broken road. The people don't forget. The people don't forgive. Enough is enough. Jamaicans will live.
Jamaicans want to live. Holness, time for go. Time for go. Andrew Holness. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us this evening. I have an uncomfortable announcement to make. I won't be doing a live tomorrow morning. So I won't be able to rebroadcast the demonstration. I have things to do early. However, I don't know if I will finish in time and get back home to, bear with me, just I look for something on my phone, to join in the rebroadcast. But I'm quite sure there are paramount of people that will be rebroadcasting the event. So you will be able to see it from many different platforms on YouTube and on TikTok. Unfortunately, tomorrow morning, I have quite a lot of things to do. So I have to get with it quite early. I don't know if I'd be back home by midday, 1 o'clock, my time, which would give me time to to join the rebroadcast. However, if not, I'm sure, hold on, I'm sure there will be many people rebroadcasting, so you will be able to, bear with me, to get a peek into what is going on. And what we are hoping as well is that Jamaica make this happen. We don't want after tomorrow we are left with disappointment, because I'll be hugely disappointed if this protest tomorrow is not a success. If a meaningful message is not sent to the government tomorrow, I'll be hugely disappointed. But what I can confirm to you, I'll be wearing my yellow tomorrow. And I will take pictures of me in my yellow and post it to my social media pages, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, you name it. I'll be in my colors tomorrow. And for those of us in the diaspora who will not be able for location purposes to attend, then we encourage you to make sure you wear something yellow tomorrow. For those of you at home, if you are unable to make it to Kingston, go into your nearest town center, group up and walk around and sing Wholeness, time to go. I would hope next time when we're organizing such protests, we organize a national protest, not just one for Kingston, but request that in all parishes, we flock to our city centers. Well, you say, Opal, you don't have no yellow? Ballot. I hope the next time, and I hope this is not a one-off. Let me do the good evenings, then come back to the protest, because I've come out here to remind you tonight and to start quarrel with enough and now and say it will be riot out there. If you don't think I'm going to come out here tomorrow night, come cuss Andrew. When I make a sad mistake, uno may go cuss. If a message is not sent to Andrew tomorrow, uno may go cuss Debbie Jarvis TV, good evening. Audrey Robinson, good evening and welcome. Winifred Saunders, good evening. Gloria Morris, good evening and welcome. Thank you for joining us. Laverne, Baron Leslie, good evening. Suzette Williams, Blessed Woman, Sheena Kelly, Lynette Jenkins, Miranda Roddock, Raymond G, Barbara Simpson, Michael Nepper, As Gold, good evening, good evening. Who else? Hold on. Why is my thing playing up? Monica Wills, good evening. Who else is there here? Miranda Roddock, Opal Watson, good evening. Karen Nemad, Monica Wills. Who else? Good evening, good evening. Is that Sherman Black? Good evening and welcome. Dwayne Hutchins, good evening and welcome. Monica Taylor, Pamela Akola, good evening. Good evening. Vitality and Emotion, Delroy Henry. Good evening. Well, what I will try to do tomorrow is to get out there early, do my appointments, and Tony, how you doing? And try get back home early enough because 1 o'clock my time is 7 o'clock Jamaica time, is it not? So if I get back here, but get back home by 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock my time will be 9 a.m. Jamaica time. I'd still have time. So what you need to do, Evan Miller, is keep your eye out for when my broadcast is put out, because if I get back home by 3 o'clock, or if when I'm wrapped up with my appointment and I realize that I'll have time to get back home by 3 o'clock, which will be 8, 9 o'clock in Jamaica, then protests will be rife and on the way. Benita, Jamrock Honolulu. So keep an eye out. It's not a definite that I won't be able to broadcast tomorrow, but keep an eye out on my pages to see if my notification is put out. Delpha Campbell. I'm going to try, but yellow is me not commenting on Tony. Me not comment because I don't know I'm not lucky. But I have my yellow short suit. I'm wearing full yellow tomorrow. I have a yellow short suit, which me can beat me yellow, me full yellow tomorrow. What they said, if you can't wear yellow, wear white, but don't wear any of the political colors. Don't wear orange or don't wear green tomorrow, because we want politics to stay out of it, you see. So if you're unable to wear yellow tomorrow, I bought my yellow scrubs for work too. Okay, that's good. That's good. Yes, may I come out in my yellow short suit tomorrow. So all of the bird shooter them. All I know with the M16 will walk and shoot birds summertime. Yeah. May I go out on a boat tomorrow? Is it Lyndon Green? Good evening and welcome. Yeah, may I go out on a boat tomorrow. I'll be wearing my green, my yellow Pamela Akola, and I'll be posting just in case I don't get to go live. But hopefully, ought to be back home by 3, 4 o'clock the latest. If I get home by 4, it will be 10 o'clock in Jamaica. Still, I can still catch some of the broadcast. I've been a Sir Cody. Good evening. How you do? It's only a pity that I'm not gonna walk with my iPad tomorrow. It will be complicated to do it on the go. The iPad would give me a similar feature like the computer to do but it's gonna be too hectic for me on the go to be doing all that Empress Deb. So what I will do, I will try and wrap up early to be back home by 2, 3 o'clock. If I leave home like early in the morning, 8 o'clock, because my appointment tomorrow is walk-in. I don't have a specific time. It's walk-in tomorrow. But it also depends on how much people, Patricia Matthews, how are you, are ahead of me when I get there. So if I leave out for 7, 8 o'clock to get there on time so that I can get a good enough slot where I can get through with my appointment, then head back home on time. That's what I'm planning tomorrow, so I can get to be involved. But certainly, I'll be gracing my yellow tomorrow. Come on, man! I'm not digging on the wall. You must find something yellow in there. Opal, dig harder. You must find something yellow in there. We never even have a proper program plan for tonight. I think we're just going to rub out Andrew Holness and all the things that Jamaicans are fed up with. But the most is the corruption. Because you see, every other thing that we are going to complain about with Andrew, we complain about with Andrew Holness. Everything that we will be protesting tomorrow against when it comes to Andrew Holness, corruption is the overarching. Corruption is the overarching of whatever discuss we have with Andrew Holness. If it's lack of accountability, it's because of the corruption he presides over. If it's lack of transparency, it's because of the corruption he presides over. If it's Hurricane Melissa and Beryl and COVID money, it's because of the corruption he presides over. If it is the TCN, it's because of the corruption he presides over. If it's about his investigation with the IC and Andrew Wheatley, is the corruption that he presides over. So corruption is the overarching issue with this government. Will the people of Jamaica show Andrew Holness that enough is enough? And if it is that we only come out in our half a dozen tomorrow as usual, what next? Because it cannot be that we only sit down and talk and talk and talk. Because we see the issues when it comes to this government is getting more and more serious. The scandals are getting thicker and thicker. what we could literally call the crimes of this government is escalating. Marcia Thomas, how you do? But the TCN seem to have galvanized, or not galvanize, evoke something into the people to galvanize themselves for a protest. However, we will have to wait and see if the proof of the pudding will be in the eating tomorrow. What I don't think, though, is that tomorrow ought to be a one-off. We have to make sure or stand up or pushback becomes systematic in our country. You see, in England, winter or summer, especially when anything big go on, you can guarantee that at least every Saturday or every Sunday, there's going to be a protest, especially in London. Every like when wars, the big war them are going, like when we wanted Keir Starmer to step down, well, there's always protest in London is systematic. You guarantee you're going to have a protest every Saturday or every Sunday. If you walk past the Prime Minister's residence, Leonie Denton, almost every day there is a protest outside the Prime Minister's residence. You have the Eritrean, or I don't remember if it's Eritrean or Somalian community. Every weekend, them have a protest outside across the road from Downing Street. Every God Almighty day. Debbie resurrect her t-shirt already. So, Abena, you must have a call to action, yellow call to action t-shirt as well. Remember, so just draw out whatever you not have yellow. If you don't have no yellow t-shirt, you must have a yellow tie or a yellow handkerchief. Something yellow. But we must show our support tomorrow, wherever we are on this planet as Jamaicans. Because whatever happens at home affects not only our families at home, it affects us emotionally, it affects us in the diaspora emotionally and financially. It may affect our families at home physically and otherwise, but certainly it does affect us emotionally and financially. And us more than all, Elaine Turner, how you do? We ought to show Andrew Holness as well that the pressures at home doesn't only affect Jamaicans at home. I can't wear it to work. Okay. It doesn't only affect Jamaicans at home, it does affect us wherever we are in the diaspora. So all of us must show our support wherever we are tomorrow. If you cannot wear yellow, or if you don't have yellow to wear, post something yellow on your Facebook page. Just download, you must find a yellow picture on Facebook, or you post the yellow flyer. They have the flyer in yellow background as well. I will post it on my Facebook page so people can download it and repost it to their page. I stand in support of Jamaica, because the last thing we ought to do is to make it political. We must not make it political, because this is what is holding us back as a people. When we separate ourselves into pigeonholes, the JLP pigeonhole, the PNP pigeonhole, then it makes it harder for us to come together as people. When we are demonstrating in England, it's not conservative or Labour. We demonstrate as a people seeking justice. We demonstrate as a people seeking justice. And that's what we ought to aim for in our country, is make sure what we do it as Jamaicans and not anything else. It's the anything else that has become the biggest problem amongst us. And we must aim to get rid. Sorry, the flyers may I post to my Facebook pages. So anybody not have them yellow to wear, and the flyers will be all over Facebook. They're all over social media. You can download them and post them tomorrow in solidarity with those on the ground protesting. Let us tell Andrew what the nation will be telling him tomorrow.
10 years, you say. 10 long years and look how Jamaica stay. No light, no road, no food pan we plate. People are suffer while Andrew a live great. You stand up on the platform, smile wide and proud. I tell we about prosperity, but we can't see it all now. Hurricane come through and left the people bare. 6 months later, them still out there, asleep under the air. Their JLP friends them build high rise, roads still full of hope. A house pocket to a fill, while the nation lose its soul. Hospital overflow, picnic can't get bed. School roof a leak, but you and Juliet well fed. You always have excuse, always pass the blame. Every time something wrong, it never go in your name. Jamaica a drown and you claim you're unclean. Biggest actor in our politics we ever see. Holness, time to go. Time to go. The people, we say no. 10 years and we can't take no more, you know, hear us. We are not on the door. Holness, time to go. Time to go. From Kingston to Negril, the people say so. We tired, we hungry, we done really show. Holness, time to go. Farmer can't afford to plant, food price reach the sky. You bring in the poverty while your own people cry. We born ya, we grow ya, we bleed for this land. But Andrew at the top won't extend the man. You talk about vision, you talk about plan. But 10 years later, we still can't understand. Corruption report land and nobody charge. The people pocket small, but the scandal them large. Who's crack up parish council, bro? Country suffocating done and it just more. And when we raise revise your call, we political. But the truth is the truth and the truth is biblical.
Holness, time to go.
Time to go. The people,
Yes and no.
we say no. 10 years and we can't take no more, you know, hear us. We are not on the door.
Holness, time to go.
Time to go. From Kingston to Negril, people say so. We tired, we hungry, we done with the show. All less our time we go. We no want no hype, we no want no speech. We want action, no, not the lies you preach. Hurricane victims still under tarpaulin. Prime Minister fly gone foreign. Your JLB cabinet full, but the people COVID empty. Oh, you live so large when we live in so scanty. Not with fists, not with fire, but we voice them rising higher and higher. From every parish, every yard, every gate, Jamaica speaking, and I know too late. Time for the people. We said no, 10 years and we can't take no more, you know, heroes. We are not body door. Time for go. From Kingston to Negril, people say so. We tired, we hungry, we done with the show. Oh yes, our time to go. This one is for every Jamaican. We can't afford feet. We are sleep on cardboard. We are drive on broken road. The people don't forget. The people don't forgive. Enough is enough. Jamaicans will live.
I want to ask the People's National Party a question. Was Julian Chang pushed or did she jump? I don't know if you're aware, Julian Chang resigned today from the People's National Party. Julian Chang is the councillor for Savlamar. You would remember the fracas between herself and Dwayne Vaz. You know, those sexy dreams and the dreaming of this and that and the profanity, the dreams of profanity, one would call it. But the People's National Party have put out a statement that they take note of Julian Chang's resignation. You know, there was some internal biff and bam and investigation going on. I would like to also hear Julian Chang's side of the story. Was she pushed or did she jump? Now, Dr. Horace Chang, the criminal doctor, the doctor of stone crusher, doctor of pulling out bullets out of criminals, doctor of importing illegal AK-47s, 200 per month, container full of it, Dr. Chang, is very busy, very, very busy trying to clean up. Dr. Chang has now become the cleanup woman, is a woman who leave all the love the girls leave behind. Oh, the reason Dr. Chang, you have become the cleanup woman for the Jamaica Labour Party. What I would suggest of the party, though, is two things. Is either you come truthful, which you can do, highly favored, good evening. Is either you come truthful, which you can do, or shut the fuck up. You, Dr. Chang, are not just digging a hole for yourself. You're digging a hole for the entire party. Shut up, Dr. Chang. Dr. Chang, shut up. You don't understand where your talk say. We don't understand where your talk say. Nothing, Dr. Chang. Nothing, Dr. Chang, is becoming clearer when you speak. And when we say nothing, we mean zilch. Absolutely nothing. Let us go back to Emily Shields. Because Prime Minister, that was stone throwing, you know. What Emily Shields telling you was stone throwing, especially when they said, this administration must watch themselves. She mean to say, Trump can come all on out on the bed, 6 o'clock a morning, like what he did in Venezuela. I mean, he doesn't even have to do that, you see. He don't even have to haul on a bed like Venezuela. He can just have the plane pan the tarmac and tell you, say, drive, come up a tarmac at airport, yeah. And we have to do it. There's a power imbalance. We all know that. Uno know that. It is why the Prime Minister is on his knees. It is why the Prime Minister told us, I'm not a revolutionary. Don't look for me to act like a tough man when things get tough. I'm only tough when I'm speaking to idiot Jamaicans, said the Prime Minister. The idiots, the cowards in Jamaica who the Prime Minister can declare war on. But when it comes to Donald Trump and Marco Rubio, the little poodle, the yapping chihuahua of a Prime Minister, just tug along with its masters. Let's go back to Emily Shields, because Chang, that was telling. That was telling.
Could go ahead and sign an MOU over 1 week or so before any information came to us and have the effrontery to have us try to understand exactly what they signed is beyond me. Up to now, I don't understand it. Dr. Chang, you don't seem to understand it either, because nothing you say to me is clear on exactly what is to happen. And we shouldn't have to feel in the dark. On top of that, don't come and tell us that there's no coercion, because we know that, because we could go ahead and sign an MOU over 1 week or so before any information came to us and have the effrontery to have us try to understand exactly what they signed is beyond me. Up to now, I don't understand it. Dr. Chang, you don't seem to understand it either, because nothing you say to me is clear on exactly what is to happen. And we shouldn't have to feel in the dark. On top of that, don't come and tell us that there's no coercion, because we know that there's no diplomacy in the corridors, in the halls of power anymore. We are fully aware. We are fully aware that what we're dealing with are not negotiations, but dictates. And we know that we don't have the power. The power differentials are unequal. So what you probably need to do is speak with us in coded language, and we will better understand, instead of taking us for idiots, because we are not. And it doesn't help that other Caribbean territories have these so-called TCNs. You need to read the room. You need to learn from history. You need to know when to speak with us and get ahead of the news.
Learn from history. Is she referring to the Americans removing Bruce Golding from power and gave it to the most corrupt? But take one pin. Did the Americans remove Bruce Golding from power because of the Dodo situation? Or is it because there was a JLP leader that probably weren't willing enough to bend over like Edward Seaga and Andrew Holness? Just a thought.
So what is happening now, to my mind, is not acceptable in how the matter has been handled. And even though we don't understand, you're telling us that these individuals are not deportees, but are they free people in the United States? Yes. Are they buying a ticket to come here? Or are they to be transported in the custody of representatives to get here? And if they are not, we are not into the euphemism. You need to talk straight. And if you cannot talk straight, get somebody who can talk straight and level with us. This administration, you need to watch Protect yourself. There's a time when the thing goes to water bottom and it's going to drop out.
Yeah.
There cannot be so many mistakes in 1 week
Again.
or 1 week behind the next.
That's true, man.
When David Cameron came here and promised a prison, it was rejected forcefully in the Parliament of Jamaica by the then opposition leader Andrew Holness, and I agreed with it.
Yes.
Chiefly because of the historical relic, because of our relationship with the UK, and the issues concerning slavery, which is a bit different from the United States. But exactly because of that, and exactly because of the secret MOU, you come to us early and explain and distinguish. You don't hold a speech until some biennial conference.
Not at all. Out of order.
Don't make, my granny would have said, don't make people spit on the ground and it dry up before Dr. Wheatley resigned later. And give us full explanation about the so-called MOU.
Yes.
Because up to now, I don't get it.
Neither me.
And I read things in light. I don't read in the dark.
She read in the light, not in the dark. Dr. Chang is trying very hard after the news broke. After the news broke that these deportees would be housed in an Airbnb in St. Mary, there seem to have been threats made. We've seen where the people are very disgruntled about that, if that were to be the case. But it seems as if there's threats made to the owner of the property or to the property, threats or talks or whatever. But Horace Chang is busy out there trying to quell the unease. Listen to Horace Chang, because the mud hole only get muddier. And that's why I listen to the Jamaica Labour Party. You have two choices. Come clean, which is something that you can't do, or shut the hell up. Shut the hell up, because nothing you're saying up until now, almost a week or two on, nothing. We're heading into the second week now, isn't it? We're heading into the second week now. A Wednesday, Thursday, come 2 weeks, the story will be running, isn't it? And also, Aramia, check it wrong. We are nowhere clearer to what it is. What you said in the press conference was the most confusing thing we ever heard, where you started out by denying there's no memorandum of understanding, no conversation, and it was just no this, no that. So then told us, Dr. Chang, in the same press conference, that the MOU was signed last Thursday, the Thursday prior to when you come out with the mumbo jumbo. And since that press conference to now, we have been served confusion for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We have been served confusion for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Hold on, let me see. Kiss me brown sugar. The Integrity have sent over their annual report to be tabled in Parliament. They've put out that broadcast today. So today our Monday, we expect the annual report to be tabled tomorrow or Thursday, the latest. But we expect the annual report to be tabled tomorrow. The Integrity Commission has just put out that information. So, more blegging, more to feed on, more exposure. I wonder if the illicit numbers will go down, stay at the same rate. It's about 12, 14 of them. 2 have been pushed out already, Andrew Holness and Andrew Wheatley of the Menace. I wonder if that will grow or it will stay the same. What we won't know, though, from the annual report is who are the people under investigation. When their investigative report is dropped, like when for Andrew did drop, or like when for Wheatley drop, then we will know. Once you hear the Integrity Commission put out an investigative report, then it's possible that it's one of the illicit or somebody else to be charged or referred to or fine charge or however. But we expect tomorrow, in a last year, when last year annual report was tabled and all of the money was tallied up by JAMP, or was it no, 2024? It was a 2024, 2023, 24 report. Remember, JAMP used the word $3 trillion unaccounted for. And remember, the Prime Minister and him cahoots get into a hissy fit over the word unaccounted for. Gleaner have to withdraw the word. JAMP have to withdraw the word. What the word what was the substitute for unaccounted for again? You did have to substitute with one word. Me no remember. O'Neill Mackenzie. Me no remember where the substitution did be. No, outstanding. It was substituted. Unaccounted for was substituted for outstanding. So we're going to see in this annual report how much money in this year report, you're going to hear the tant amount of money were unaccounted for from department to department. Remember Flight Green department, or the Auditor General annual report come with this as well, isn't it? Fiona Beswick was 870 million. The last we know, Pernell Charles was 800 million. But we expect some disgraceful figures. We expect some disgraceful figures to drop when the report is tabled. But Horace Chang, as we say, busy at try clean up the shit when shit in a public, as Carlos would answer. Horace Chang pulled down his pants in a public and shit. Because that's what Chang did at the press conference when them get caught out, when Gleaner published the story of the MOU to take Marco Rubio deplorables who we can no longer, because you remember ISAT getting a problem for quoting cartel, even though he's free of that now. The appeal court free him of that. Lambert Brown got himself in a hot water as well for quoting Marco Rubio. You could make up there something that if a ramp, you ramp. Once you speak the truth in this country, it's political as can to JLP. Or just like how Floyd Green never hear when Edmund Bartlett say them a go build touristic-ism all the way from Paraty to Crawford. Floyd Green never hear that. Floyd Green come out and Floyd Green blame we. So Marco Tom Tavares with the whole for dry blood on his shoulder. You know, he organized a murder for his grandson's father. Never heard what Marco Rubio said. And thereby, what the man named Lambert Brown repeating it or quoting it, it has now become the PNP's position. Could it be that Tom Tavares Finson is as docile as Floyd Green? Are them just blatantly lie and wicked? Which one? Is it that he's docile and backwards, like Minister Green? Or them just plain and downright wicked? Because it's only a wicked would have done what Tom Tavares Finson did to what am I the name again? Can't remember her name, but I don't know who me attack. Anyway, let's listen to Minister Pitchpatch.
And urge the media to give utmost prominence to the rejection as they gave to the original.
Right, we have never given Dr. Chang a name around here, have we? We have never given Dr. Chang a name. Tonight, Dr. Chang will get his girly name. And Dr. Chang is Dame Vera Lynn. Dame Vera Lynn. That's Dr. Chang's name. You know, all of them get a lady's name around here. So this is the Dame Vera Lynn. All right? So when I refer to her, it's Dame Vera Lynn.
And urge the media to give utmost prominence to the rejection as they gave to the original story, because it is putting at risk the retirement property of a very outstanding public servant. That has not changed. I'd await the review by the International Organization for Migration. I'm very concerned because said the reports have in fact raised the ire of the population in Grandspin St. Mary, and would like to ask them to remain calm, not to do anything rash, because there is no truth to the reports. And this is the property which was built by a retired Jamaican public servant.
Tell us, Dr. Chang, why would we believe you when you said there's no truth to the report? You stood in the press conference and you lied as well that there's no conversation, no memorandum of understanding, no nothing. Tell us why we would believe this side of the story when coming out of the block, Dr. Chang. You lied. You lied open-eyed, even though we never see your eye open yet, fan we know you. But you stand up in front of the nation and you lied. And then before you remove yourself from the podium, you admit to us that I am lying. Because when you said there was no memorandum, no understanding, no nothing, and then before the press conference was over, you told us when you signed the memorandum of understanding. Why should we believe you, Dr. Chang, on anything else will come out of your mouth? If you started by lying to the nation, why would Dr. Chang suddenly come around? Why would Dr. Chang suddenly come around and start be honest to the Jamaica people? Help us to understand.
True, and urge the media to give almost prominence to the rejection as they gave to the original story, because it is putting at risk the retirement property of a very outstanding public servant. That has not changed. I await the review by the International Organization for Migration. I'm very concerned because said the reports have in fact raised the ire of the population in Grand Spain, St. Mary, and would like to.
Another thing, Dr. Chang, this is a matter of immigration and deportation. The root of the TCN, Dr. Chang, is a matter of immigration, asylum, and deportation. Why is it when anybody asks you anything, you push it off to the international community, the US, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade? The Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade have or should have very, very little to do with this. Very little. It ought to be your ministry and the Attorney General, who I'm sure is given legal. We should ask the government this question. Have you sought the Attorney General's advice on the matter of TCMs? Because I'm quite sure the advice you would be given by the Attorney General would be to uphold the rule of law, including our international obligations. I'm surprised, or maybe it's been asked and I did not hear. I'm surprised the People's National Party have not asked this question and push to have this question answered. And if the Attorney General gives an advice on this matter, will it be made public? So you continue to keep pushing this thing off onto somebody else. Dr. Chang, the sole minister dealing with this issue, or the sole ministry where this thing falls. This is not foreign trade. This is not anything to do with trade. What does it have to do with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade? Why communication is going through the Foreign Office? Why not you and ICE communicating? Okay, it's a foreign galangin, so obviously the Foreign Office would have something to do with it. But they are not the major role player, or they ought not to be the major role player in this. It ought to be Dr. Chang's ministry, along with the Attorney General, who I'm sure would be giving you all an advice that doesn't sit well with UNO. And I'm hoping Jess Mark Golden should ask this question. Have you sought the Attorney General's advice? And what is the Attorney General advice in this matter? We ought to know this. Mumble fumble. Let's listen to Dame Veralyn.
True, and urge the media to give almost prominence to the rejection as they gave to the original story, because it is putting at risk the retirement property of a very outstanding public servant. That has not changed. I'd await the review by the International Organization for Migration. I'm very concerned because said the reports have in fact raised the ire of the population in Grand Spain, St. Mary, and would like to ask them to remain calm, not to do anything rash, because there is no truth to the reports. And this is the property which was built by a retired Jamaican public servant and used her property as an Airbnb property. She was worried about her own safety, of her staff, and the safety of the property, and the safety of any visitors there. In fact, she's looking at cancelling some bookings she has had, and that may lead to her actually have to take legal action, as she's losing, not only have emotional stress by virtue of the report and the pressure from the community, but she has closed her business. I've asked police to give extra ear, in terms, so to speak, in the area. She has not called the police, but I had discussion with her this morning after I got her contact, and I've asked the police to pay close attention to what's happening in there and to give some reassurance to the citizens that this is not happening, and also ask them to maintain good order.
Dr. Chang, sorry to keep butting in, but you spoke just now about her emotional stress. What about ours? When we hear say rapists are come, Dr. Chang, Marco Rubio said it. When we hear say murderers are coming, have you thought about our emotional stress? Have you thought about our children who are stressed that they could be drawn into nearby bushes by the criminals that you are taking into the country? Have you ever think of that, Dr. Chan? How everybody feelings is been thought about, except for we. Like we know somebody picking it up. Even if we ban out of the land of civil right mouth, because big enough for we ban out of it, we're still somebody picking it. Nothing happened to the woman yet. Just like how she hears that people might attack our property. It's the same way we think TCNs might attack us, might attack our children. Nobody is thinking about our emotional stress. Nobody is thinking about us and our children's safety. That's why Jamaicans must come out tomorrow. Mothers and fathers, sister, brother, uncle, niece, cousin, nephew, everybody. Because your little sister, your little daughter, your little cousin, your auntie, your mother might just be at risk. Because Dr. Chang told us that they are free to roam from Maran Point to Negril Point. As long as they had a fear, they're entitled to go to the beaches and act like them are come from foreign. And you know how Jamaica love foreigner. Talk, yeah, sir.
And urge the media to give almost prominence to the rejection as they gave to the original story, because it is putting at risk the retirement property of a very outstanding public servant. That has not changed. I'd await the review by the International Organization for Migration. I'm very concerned because said the reports have in fact raised the ire of the population in Grand Spain, St. Mary, and would like to ask them to remain calm, not to do anything rash, because there is no truth to the reports. And this is the property which was built by a retired Jamaican public servant and used her property as an Airbnb property. She was worried about her own safety, of our staff, and the safety of the property, and the safety of any visitors there. In fact, she's looking at cancelling some bookings she has had, and that may lead to her actually have to take legal action, as she's losing, not only have emotional stress by virtue of the report and the pressure from the community, but she have to close her business. I've asked police to give extra ear, in terms, so to speak, in the area. She has not called the police, but I had a discussion with her this morning after I got her contact, and I've asked the police to pay close attention to what's happening there and to give some reassurance to the citizens that this is not happening, and also ask them to maintain good order and peace. And if they have a report, the police is willing to receive it. To Grandspend, St. Mary, please keep calm. No third country persons out there. The activities now depend on the technical professionals we have, and we have a good team of them between the Ministry of National Security and Peace, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and the International Organization for Migration, which will look at the conditions we have and if everything is ready to receive them. The public will be made aware of that. We ask that efforts be made to prevent any assault on the property in St. Mary, because this is a long-serving, successful Jamaican professional who has put her retirement package in that property, and in fairness is reinvesting in her own country and want to live in peace and quiet, and her activity brings benefit to the community. Please refrain from putting her property and her staff at risk.
You know, Dr. Chang, I really wouldn't want to be in your position, to be under such pressure from the Jamaican people, and to be under a greater pressure from the United States, possible to have you thrown in jail if you don't comply with Donald Trump's request. I really wouldn't want to be in your position. Let's break from Dr. Chang a minute. You remember last night we played a video of Auntie Angela. We're going to play it, but we need to screen record Swaby first. So you're going to hear the audio, and then later on we bring it in studio and we play the videos back to back. But you remembered last night we played a video of Auntie Angela telling how much money the municipal corporations get on a monthly basis. Now, Mayor Swaby has had an opinion on that. Let us listen to Mayor Swaby together. We will bring it in studio after, but we have to have it screen recorded first. Lord Jesus, they may lie down thief, yeah.
And the last thing I will talk to you about is our road. Back to in our corner. What they can back? The one road authority problem. I mean, nah, I say so. It has the what you talk about keeping what believe that the PWA should be the one road authority. It should not be far from the closest organization to you, which is the local authority. But apart from that, with the best thing in the world, you have to have money to fix the roads. See, I'm not going to have some respect for. Now, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to respect my market. But in terms of frame of discussion, which I'm not expecting to do, those big numbers, people in Britain, about 600 million each month, like a one local authority. Months of the hurricane season must road must clean drain. And what Christmas when you see CPR with your Christmas work, the whole watching the clean trade. That's so the local authority. So I'm challenging Desmond McKenzie and Minister to tell me if the average of each month road in Kingston and St. Andrew. When stand because the people deserve some of them over there. We tell me man road alone only in Kingston and St. Andrew because the man and one but just stop the trip because they know me not tell no lie. So government, listen, we got halfway over it, over the mark, our mark. You know that we have to make sure that we do the political work, we do the enumeration, we make sure we set up an organization, and we keep visible and see on the ground with the people. Because we have to get more than 20 seats the next time around. They will come with money. But you see what the money do? Can't buy me out. But they were successful in some of the countries and the same governments. Do what that $5,000. Do what that $10,000. Think about your future and your children's future.
Right.
And the last thing I become,
We're going to dress up. We'll play Auntie Angela. Then we'll get Swaby in studio by then. I'm not interested too much in whose figure is right or wrong. What I'm interested in is if so much money on a monthly basis is going to the municipal corporation, what is happening while our local roads are not being fixed or not being repaired? If I even one road a month, we would achieve 12 road a year. But since I was a child, roads in my community remains the same for the last 40 years. For the last 40 years. If so much money is been swirling around the municipal corporation, swirling around local government, we're not even talking about Andrew Holness's road right now. We're talking about our local roads. Why will local road them not fix? Why when they come a little source of mall, them come with? Oh boy. Let's listen to Auntie Angela. So we may get in studio by the time Auntie Angela don't talk.
Local Government Minister Desmond McKenzie is hitting back at councillors and other local representatives who have been critical of the government's approach to drain cleaning and road repairs. Speaking at the handing over of the Cleanup and Restoration Initiative grants in St. James on Friday, Minister McKenzie says some of the comments being made are politically motivated.
Roughly every month, the local authorities, whether they are a PNP or a GLP controlled local authorities, get an amount. We get around 600 or 700 million on a monthly basis from the Ministry of Finance. which is shared up, not by me as the minister, but it is done on the number of roads in each parish. So when they tell you that they do have money to fix roads, not true.
But Minister Mackenzie, Auntie Angela, you are the ultimate oversight minister of local government. If it is through you and the Ministry of Finance, these money are being disbursed on a monthly basis, not a yearly basis, Jamaica. A monthly basis. Mayor Swaby said of that 600 or 700 million, the KSMC would get about 85 million. How much is the other municipal corporation, the other 13 or 12 municipal corporations across the country is getting? We would like to know. But you mean, say, out of all of that, them couldn't fix one proper road? And I'm not just talking about the KSMC here. I'm talking about municipal corporations island-wide. Jamaica, if one road per month, just one local road per month is being fixed out of this money, we wouldn't have better road in our country, in it. We wouldn't have better, rather than, because some of what we knew as bad road when we were children, way back in the 80s and 90s, go back to the 70s as well, have now become riverbed, lane, and mud track, because nothing has been done to them. Oftentimes, when we go on about road, we go on about Prime Minister Andrew Holness' portfolio at the National Works Agency. But a two-sector in a Jamaica fixed road. Municipal corporation deal with our local roads, and the Prime Minister deal with our national thoroughfares. But if the local government across the nation is getting so much money per month, not per year, mind you, per month, you mean say them couldn't fix a road per month? They could have fixed a road per month. If them fix a road per month, with farm roads and our local roads wouldn't have been in this condition. The question is, where is all this money? Can we not see it when we wrote them?
He also stressed that the local authorities also generate their own revenue to improve service delivery throughout the municipalities island-wide.
Last year alone, the local authorities in Jamaica approved over 64.5 billion Jamaican dollars of plans. That was the revenue that went in.
Local government.
Let's see if we have Mayor Swaby in studio now, ranting and raving about what Auntie Angela says. We've been robbed, left, right, and center. Everybody I get rich out away. and we not get nothing, not even the services.
And the last thing I will talk to you about is our roads. Because them a try box me in a corner, but they can't box me. They want me to say that the One Road Authority is the answer for all our road problems. I mean, now I'm going to say so. It has the benefits, When I talk about make sure when I build a road, you build it after a certain thing, yes, it has. But I don't believe that the NWA should be the One Road Authority. It should not be far from the closest organization to you, which is the local authority. But apart from that, with the best intention in the world, you have to have money to fix the roads. And I see a man we have some respect for. Now I'm going to lie to you. I have a lot of respect for Desmond Mackenzie. But him enter into a fray of discussion which I never expect him to do. Don't use big numbers to mess up the people in brain. Don't talk about 600 million each month like a one local authority get it. The KSAMC get roughly $85 million a month. And you hear him tell you in his sectoral debate say the first 2 months of the hurricane season that money for road must clean drain. And you're expecting come Christmas time.
But may I say to be fair, road not fix and drain not clean. Between you and Feda, where the money them there? Where the money them there? Between you and Feda. Because drain not clean, because you just need to piss in a Kingston and everybody are walking a shit water all the way up to their knee. We see it regular. Drain not clean, road not fix. Where the money them there? I would like somebody to tell us, because this is not $85 million per year. 85 times 12 globalists comes, mathematicians do the maths. 85 times 12. Road not clean and drain not clean. And I'm curious put the answer and I comment there.
We use the same PRF for your Christmas work. So how that money can go on like it can fix all of the road in Kingston and St. Andrew? You understand me? So don't make them mess up your brain. The truth is that when the NWA get any extra work we do.
So that would be what? 100 and no 1,000, almost $1 billion, is it not? In a money term, this is almost $1 billion, is it not? And also, when you tell me in a money term, tell me in a money term if it's not almost $1 billion or over $1 billion, is it not? Remember me don't say no, now to help me out.
Them get separate money for the bush and the clean drain. That's so with the local authority. So I am challenging Desmond Mackenzie and any JLP minister to tell me if the average of 85 million I get each month can solve the problem of roads in Kingston and St. Andrew. I want him to answer me directly. When you answer me, then I will know where you stand. Because the people of Kingston and St. Andrew deserve better roads.
This is $1.2 billion per year. If I'm correct, this is $1.2 billion per year. I would like the KSAMC to tell us how much local roads is being fixed per year? 1.02 billion. I would like the KSMC and the rest of municipal corporations across the country to tell us how much local roads been fixed per year and how much drains are being cleaned. Because right now, the drain them in a parity. A only few people would remember which part these black up drains there. Culvert and drains black up in a parity. You would have seen one TikTok video after Melissa, then go bust out one of the drain down a what we call salt pan to lead the water back to the sea. Yes, Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation may be getting more, will be getting more than the other municipal corporations across the country. But they're getting millions on a monthly basis. How much local roads are being fixed, are being repaired, are being resurfaced? How much drains are being cleared? Say we get robbed left, right, and center. I wonder. Oh God. We ought to be able to fix a local road per month. You think that is too much to ask? Jamaicans, do you think, based on what Auntie Angela tells us, we're going to name Swaby tonight, based on what Clarissa Ward, Mayor Swaby is the new Clarissa Ward, based on what Clarissa Ward is telling us, it's a big money pull-up game of one. But what are we as a people seeing or getting from these Remember, Jamaica, this is not their money, this is taxpayer dollars. 600 million a month disbursed between 14 municipal corporations. And our local roads have been deteriorated. Our drains across the country is been blocked up, barring the older generation. Who win football, who make them a blow so, who win something. Stop in eyes on my ears, please. I found this fuckery start, I don't watch one a hit. And I can't wait for the hooliganism over. Because I just think football is hooliganism. Right, never mind the Buzz Cup. That's not important. What are we getting, Jamaica, for the millions we disburse to these various entities on a monthly, annually, or quarterly basis? Only not to say everybody are we blind, from local to central government. We're telling all the while, the municipal corporations across the country is the cash cow. More money gets stolen at the municipal corporations than gets stolen at central government. When you don't hear these big figures and when you don't see nothing no get done in our country at the local level, you can now understand when me say more money gets stolen at the local level in our country than at the central level. Because I'd be a big figure, a dash around in this tit for tat between Swaby and Auntie Clarissa Ward and Auntie Angela. What have we, the people of Jamaica, benefited? What have we, the people of Jamaica, benefited? We still a walk on riverbed We still a slide in a mud chuck. Now, if you see the road in the Andrew Holness constituency, you can just tell if Andrew Holness for about nearly 30 years in that constituency and have a road where nobody can walk on unless they have a water boat. Have a road where people have to left their car down the road and put on water boat go the rest of the journey. Huh? Don't you think that's disgraceful? My case ain't done, may I say, my case.
And I want to ask him and some of them over there to tell me if bad road alone only in Kingston and St. Andrew. Because they might attack me. And I can take all the attack they want. But just talk the truth because them know me not tell no lie. So comrades, listen to me. We're gonna have way over the map, our map. You know that we have to make sure that we do the political work, we do the enumeration, we make sure we set up an organization and we keep visible and stay on the ground with the people. Because we have to get more than 20 seats the next time around. And the next time around, after that, comrades.
All right, yes, a political broadcast, so I'm not interested in. When 2018 come, you can tell the lie. Let's go back to the video we play of Andrew this morning. Where, how that video, the one, yeah? I think it's this one. Where he said he's not a revolutionary. He want to creep and he need through the world. Now walk funny foot bottom.
Unlike the Michael Manley administration of the 1970s, who stood up for Jamaica, you're not prepared to do that.
Cliff, why are you pulling me back into the 70s? I addressed it in Parliament.
I'm contextualizing.
You're contextualizing. But let's be clear. That it is, you know.
When you want to attack Michael Manley, when you want to discredit Michael Manley, you have no problem in going back to the 70s. When you want to attack the PNP, you have no problem in going back to dead old, long time, worn out Finsack, where Finsack is the way how to play the Finsack game is a lie. The way to play the Finsack game is a lie. Finsack ought to, there isn't a scandal called Finsack. Finsack was the answer to a crisis created by Edward Seaga and his deregulation and scamming and thieving and money laundering. But when it suits you, you go back as far as you want. Why now it doesn't suit you, so you don't want to go back to the 70s? It was because of that era why your father gave you the middle name Michael, is it not? But you have become a disgrace to even the name Michael. I'm glad I never Michael are your first name, because it would be so sorrowful to be calling you Michael Holness. It'd be a disgrace.
Unlike the Michael Manley administration of the 1970s, who stood up for Jamaica, you're not prepared to do that.
Cliff, why are you pulling me back into the 70s? I addressed it in Parliament.
I'm contextualizing.
You're contextualizing. But let's be clear that it is in our interest and it is in the interest of our friends.
Definitely the interest of your friends and not the people of Jamaica. I clearly see.
Pedestal of revolutionaries. I'm not a revolutionary.
I've
never wear that mantle. The mantle I wear is, you know, you talk about the President of the United States. The notion of a unipolar world, that's gone. We are living now in what is considered to be a multipolar world. And in that multipolar world, countries are either competing
How the multipolar world works, Andrew Holness, is everybody in their spheres of influence and power. So you cannot speak about multipolarity without exerting the power under that multipolarity you're talking about. Multipolarity is not bending over and taking orders from a higher power. What multipolarity does is everybody kind of bounce off a similar or equal power. Unilateralism is what is playing out here, where the United States, the big bad wolf in the jungle, is giving order to the little alley cat, you see, Prime Minister. That's unilateralism. So please, talk about multipolarism, because in a multipolar world, as what China and Russia is aiming to create through BRICS and all of that, is where everybody have power in a them region. What is your power in the Caribbean, Prime Minister? Zilch. What is your power in Trump's backyard? Dege. So don't come out every minute to talk about multipolarism and then you're taking orders from a unilateralist. Don't do it. Bright people like me is out here who can explain, say, a frickery you talk about. Sir, move on, go on now. But multipolar. You want to become bipolar anyway, so you can't go on.
Unlike the Michael Manley administration of the 1970s, who stood up for Jamaica, that you're not prepared to do that.
Cliff, why are you pulling me back into the 70s? I addressed it in Parliament.
I'm contextualizing.
You contextualize. But let's be clear that it is in our interest and it is in the interest of our friends.
Definitely the interest of your friends and not the people of Jamaica. I clearly see.
Pedestal of revolutionarism. I'm not a revolutionary.
Bomber clap,
I've never wear that mantle. The mantle I wear is, you talk about the President of the United States. The notion of a unipolar world, that's gone. We are living now in what is considered to be a multipolar world. And in that multipolar world, countries are either competing or cooperating. Have avoided challenges, and we are a country that is considered.
He's lying about this multipolar thing.
Highly reputable. A country that has done extremely well.
Therefore, you must be wondering, how are you going to be dealing with the U.S. ambassador designate, Carrie Lake, who told the U.S. Foreign Relations Committee examining her nomination to be the next U.S. ambassador to Jamaica, that one of her 4 priorities is to ensure that China's growing influence in Jamaica and the rest of the Caribbean is halted, and America become once again the preeminent power in Jamaica and the Caribbean.
Again, I do not speak on U.S. strategy and their interests. I speak on Jamaica's strategy and our interests and how we cooperate. China is here. China is working here. But we are a country that believes in a rules-based system, rules-based multilateral system. And the United States, I've listened very keenly to her interview in the U.S. Congress, and she pointed out several areas in which she intended a country that believes in a rules-based
country, he said, believe in a rules-based system. How is it then, Andrew Holness, that the rules-based is not being applied to the TCN? Or is it when it's convenient for you? If we're a rules-based system, why are we then violating international law with the TCNs? Why? You see, that's why people have to out here decode on one attack, because this is why labor rights so docile. Because, and it's not just labor rights, you have the MAGAs as well. These tribal thinkers, they tend to believe what them hear from them leader. And once of them leader mouth it come out of Janet Brissett, them take it as gospel and things say it goes up with true or things say true. And this is why when these people speak, somebody need to check them, because if we're a rules-based system, why are we violating one set of the rules and then enforcing another set? Make it make sense, you idiot. Hold on.
We cooperate. China is here. China is working here. But we are a country that believes in a rules-based system, rules-based multilateral system. And the United States, I've listened very keenly to her interview in the U.S. Congress, and she pointed out several areas in which she intends to work with us on. Of course,
there are no lawyers in Jamaica who understand international law. When Andrew talked about Jamaica is a rules-based, we're living in a rules-based unilateral system. Where? When we can't tell the US, no, we not take your prisoner, no, we can't afford it, no, we don't have the capacity for it, no, we don't have the infrastructure or the institutions for it, and you talk about multilateral? Sergman.
The hemispheric issue of China, it depends on what the US will do. We were very deliberate in what we do. We considered carefully because we understand the Jamaican public, the Jamaican psyche, and how Miss Matty in Northeast Manchester is going to view it as if, the US is coming to dump unwanted persons in our country to create a problem for us. The issue is far more than that and deeper than that, and nobody's looking to dump. Nobody's looking to create a problem. Now, was our hands forced? Were we coerced? Absolutely. My Jamaican people to appreciate. You have in me and in my government a Prime Minister
Don't you say
and
a
ministers
bumbo
who stand up
sir.
for you, who seek to get the best deals for you.
Well, this is where we ended tonight. Remember, we want to go get an early slot tomorrow so we can come back home in time to rebroadcast the protests. Quite a few people should be there with them camera tomorrow. So thank you all for being here tonight. Lovely to have your support as always. Please do join us back tomorrow when we'll continue the fight against the most corrupt regime
10 years
ever experienced in our country. And tomorrow, the people of Jamaica, we're expecting you to show your full support and full solidarity with what's going on at home. For those of us who live in the diaspora, wear your yellow tomorrow. Post on your social media page that you're wearing your yellow and you're supporting Jamaicans at home. To those of you in and around the corporate area and neighboring parishes, make it. Try and make it. You're standing up not just for yourself, but for your children. And for Jamaicans further afield in Jamaica, take to your local town center, walk around in your yellow and sing Wholeness, Time, Figure. Thank you and good night from Global TV.
10 years, you say. 10 long years and look how Jamaica stay. No light, no road, no food, pan we plate. People are suffer while Andrew I live great. You stand up on the platform, smile wide and proud. I tell we about prosperity, but we can't see it all now. Hurricane come through and left the people bare. 6 months later, them still out there, asleep under the air. Their JLP friends them build high rise, roads still full of hope. A house pocket to a field, while the nation lose its soul. Hospital overflow, picnic can't get bed. School roof a leak, but you and Juliet well fed. You always have excuse, always pass the blame. Every time something wrong, it never go in your name. Jamaica a drown and you claim you're unclean. Biggest actor in our politics we ever see. Wholeness, time to go. Time to go. The people, we say no. 10 years and we can't take no more, you know, hear us. We are not on the door. Wholeness, time to go. Time to go. From Kingston to Negril, the people say so. We tired, we hungry, we done with the show. Wholeness, time to go. Farmer can't afford to plant, food price reach the sky. You bring in the poverty while your own people cry. We born ya, we grow ya, we bleed for this land. But Andrew at the top won't extend the man. You talk about vision, you talk about plan. But 10 years later, we still can't understand. Corruption report land and nobody charge. The people pocket small, but the scandal them large. Who's crack up parish council, bro? Country suffocate, done and it just more. And when we raise the voice, you call we political. But the truth is the truth and the truth is biblical.
Wholeness, time to go.
Time to go. The people,
Yes and no.
we say no. 10 years and we can't take no more, you know hear us. We are not on the door.
Wholeness, time to go.
Time to go. From Kingston to Negril, the people say so. We tired, we hungry, we done with the show. Wholeness, our time to go. We know want no hype, we know want no speech. We want action, no, not the lies you preach. Hurricane victims still under tarpaulin. Prime Minister fly gone foreign. Your JLP cabinet full, but the people COVID empty. Oh, you live so large when we live in so scanty. Not with fists, not with fire, but with voice them rising higher and higher. From every parish, every yard, every gate, Jamaica speaking, and I'm not too late.
Wholeness, time to go.
Time to go. The people,
Yes and no.
we say no. 10 years and we can't take no more, you know hear us. We are not on the door.
Wholeness, time to go.
Time to go. From Kingston to Negril, the people say so. We tired, we hungry, we done with the show. Wholeness, our time to go. This one is for every Jamaican. We can't afford feet. We are sleep on cardboard. We are drive on broken road. The people don't forget. The people don't forgive. Enough is enough. Jamaicans will live.
Thank you all. See you tomorrow.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all.
Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.